This morning's word is for the woman who feels like a burden, the one who says sorry before she even asks for help, sorry for taking up your time, sorry for needing anything at all, the one who is quietly, deep down, convinced that everybody around her would be lighter without her weight to carry. So you shrink, daughter. You make yourself low maintenance. You need nothing out loud. You answer, "I'm fine," on reflex, and you call it being strong when really, baby, it's disappearing. You have started apologizing for existing. If that's you this morning, so scared of being too much that you settle for being nothing, don't you dare scroll past your own name. Stay right here with me. This word was written for the woman who forgot she was ever worth the carrying. Let me be honest with you the way somebody who loves you would before I hand you one comforting thing. I'm not going to tell you it's not as bad as it feels. It's been heavy, I know. I'm not going to pretend you imagined the moments people made you feel like too much. The sigh, the short answer, the way somebody turned your need into an inconvenience. That was real and it left a mark. Learning to ask for nothing wasn't you being dramatic. It was a wound doing the smartest thing it knew to keep from getting hurt like that again. So hear me clearly, daughter. If that voice telling you everyone's better off without you has gotten loud, if you have started to believe the world would be lighter if you just weren't in it, that is not a weight to carry by yourself, and it is worth telling a doctor or a counselor or a crisis line today. This word is real, but it is not a substitute for help, and reaching for help is not you being a burden. It's you being brave. Now hear this next part all the way down. Heavy is not the end of your story. It is the middle. If the woman God is still making you could sit down across from you this morning, she would not tell you she finally became so useful that nobody could complain about her. She wouldn't lie to you like that. She lived right where you're sitting, apologizing for breathing, keeping her needs so small they nearly vanished, certain she was a weight everybody was just too polite to set down. And here is what she would tell you, baby. I stopped believing the lie that my worth was in how little I needed. I had it backwards, sis. I thought being loved meant never being a burden. So I made myself easy to leave, and I called it humility. But God never once asked me to earn my keep. He carried me on the days I brought him nothing but my mess and my need, and he did not sigh, and he did not put me down. The needing was never the problem, daughter. The hiding was. You are not too heavy. You have just been carried by people who ran out of arms, and you decided that meant you were the problem. You were never the problem. You are not a burden, you are a daughter, and he has never one time regretted the weight of you. He is not finished with you yet. There is one place in Scripture the woman God is making you goes back to every single time that old lie gets loud. It's in Isaiah 46. And you have to hear what's happening around it, baby, because it changes everything. God is talking about the idols of the nation, dead things people had to haul around on their shoulders, gods that were a burden to the very ones who made them. And then God turns and says something to his own people that flips the whole thing over. Listen, Isaiah 46 verse 4, even to your old age I am he, and to gray hairs I will carry you. I have made, and I will bear. I will carry, and will save. Sit with that, daughter. Everybody else in that chapter is carrying their God. But your God says, I carry you. Now this is your auntie talking now, not the verse. Hear what that means for a woman convinced she's too much. Count how many times he says it in one single breath. I will carry you. I will bear. I will carry and will save. He is not carrying you reluctantly, baby. He is not doing you a favor and keeping a running tab. In his first place, these were God's words to Israel, promising to sustain them from birth to old age. And he is still today the God who bears his daughters. To the one who made you, you were never a weight to manage. You are a daughter to hold. From the womb to the gray hairs, he does not run out of arms. So before you put your armor back on and go apologize your way through another whole day, let's set the weight down for just a second on purpose. Put your hand over your heart, over the place in you that has been saying sorry for existing, and say the true thing the lie has been talking you out of. Say your own name first, gentle, the way God says it, like you are something He is glad to hold, not something He is bracing to carry. Then say, I am not a burden. Then say, I am carry. Now breathe, daughter. Slow. You do not have to make yourself smaller to be loved in here. You never did. He has had you since the womb, and He is not about to set you down now. So here is your word, sealed. You came in this morning believing you were a weight the people around you were just too kind to put down. Hear the truth sealed over it, daughter of the King. Carry these 3 things into your day. 1, your worth was never in how little you need. You are loved as a daughter, not tolerated as a burden. 2, the God who made you carries you on purpose, from the womb to the gray hair, and He has never once run out of arm. 3, reaching for help is not you being too much. It is you being brave, and it is exactly what a carried daughter is allowed to do. Let yourself take up a little space today, baby, on purpose, without one single apology. You are His, and that settles it. Sit with one question today, daughter. Where have you been apologizing for a need that God is actually waiting to carry with you? Tell me down in the comments. I read everyone like a letter back. And come back tomorrow for the woman who's been pouring from an empty cup. The one who has nothing left to give and keeps on giving anyway, running on fume and calling it faithfulness. Come back for it, the way you'd come back to prayer.